timeless podcast, but I was thinking about the energy of Scorpio season, just Scorpios in general. And it's like, to me, Scorpio has the innocence, their emotions are like the higher perspective of children. So if you know any Scorpio, I want you to stop and think about Scorpio. Anytime I think about a Scorpio, there's always some sort of darkness associated with it. It could be the time of year. It could be just circumstances they've either expressed they've been through since they were little. And just personally, like, I'm a Taurus sun and my opposite sign is Scorpio. I'm very comfortable with my shadow. My shadow only because it's the opposite sign, not just because it's a Scorpio, but I digress. But I've been friends with Scorpios my whole entire life. Before I even knew anything about astrology, when I went back, all of my best friends were always Scorpios. I've always admired how you guys keep it real. And sometimes I don't think people always understand you because they might see the darkness, aka the things that have happened to you, aka your story, aka your family, the things that you can't really hide. People might have seen these things and thought it was you. Um, some of you might be even, Scorpios might even feel like you're misunderstood or misinterpreted, just misunderstood. And some people could even think that you guys are pretentious because you guys like nice things, but let me tell you, Taurus is your opposite sign, and Taurus rules over the second house of value. So as Scorpios, ascend, this has nothing to do with age, but the more that Scorpio realizes that they aren't the darkness, that they keep experiencing. So this is for any Scorpio. This is going to be a timeless, but I just felt like I needed to address each sign, and I'm kind of doing this series where I'm talking about each sign, and it's like Scorpios for evolution need to understand and understand that they are not the darkness that surrounds them. And the reason I say surrounds them, look at the time of year. Look at like Halloween season. The veil is thin, and the veil being thin doesn't necessarily mean that the energy is good or bad. It just means that there's more of it available. So most of the time, people who connect with the other side are in a vibrational place to do so. And typically that vibration's high because they're meditating and they're in that zone. But during Scorpio season, the veil is very thin. And a lot of dark, look at everyone around you, whether you're a Scorpio or not. Look at the people around you in Scorpio season. Look at what's going on in the collective. There's some heavy shit. That's what Scorpios feel all the time. So just like when there's a natural disaster or something's going on, you know, you sometimes can feel a little guilty for having a good day when you know there's a lot of suffering. Scorpio feels that almost daily because you guys are so empathic on a level, not just because you care how people feel. Scorpios are empathic because they see everything. It's like you guys might be in a position or a job where you just meet a certain type of person, or a relationship where you meet a certain type of person, and it's like, damn, why are you so dark? And it's like, it's not because you're in the wrong place, Scorpio. It's not the wrong job. It's not the wrong environment. Sometimes it is, but for this collective message, is not what I'm picking up. What it is that as a Scorpio, this could be applied to your moon sign, your sun, or your rising predominantly, and for some of you guys, your Mars. And for a few Mercury. So just take it how it resonates. But with Scorpio, you're not just going from one bad place to the next bad place. Don't make it about location. What Scorpio has to understand is that you guys can see it all. So when you see it all, you can see the darkness. You can see the shadow side of every person you meet. In fact, I would argue to say that Scorpios see the shadow of a person before they even see their light. Because that's what they're familiar with. That's their natural realm. You guys rule the underworld. Has nothing to do with just being a negative and all that stuff on social media. Those are just funny quirks that sometimes are true, but they can be true for many signs. But Scorpio, you meet people's shadow self before you meet their light self. So the only way you're going to transcend this darkness, if you feel like you're this bright light, but you're by yourself because everything else could feel dark, you're going to have to lift your vibration up by loving yourself so much where you almost feel like you're about to take flight. You got the bag. You get something about Scorpio getting the bag, okay? Get the bag. There's a lot of movement I'm seeing. So some people might be inspired to move or inspired to just travel and be in the space to allow love in. And so Scorpios, the highest ascended message that I have for you right now is to shine as bright as possible. And I'm not joking. It's not like, oh, shine bright. What does shine bright mean? Shining bright is connecting to Aquarius energy, the star. It's allowing yourself to be seen exactly for who you are. And it's not doing it for attention. It's not about social media, which is a form, its own matrix within its own self. I'm talking about in real life, in real time, from your decisions, from your practices. Shine bright and make sure that you are happy, even if it serves not one other person right now, Scorpio. Your highest message for you. The more that you shine bright, you're going to be getting the bag, you're going to be moving, you're going to be feeling very in tune with your inner child and your higher self, and you're going to be able to transcend that darkness. And then you will see that the darkness was a place for healing and transformation. It was never a place you were supposed to live forever.